function popped a 5,000 amp fuse. As far as I know, this is still the biggest fuse that's been popped on video. Well, I'm gonna try popping a 6,000 amp fuse. This monster weighs something like 45 pounds, and it's the biggest fuse that I could find online. Now, it's not often that I can beat photonic induction at anything, so I felt like this was a good use of my batteries. I say batteries because I'll be using my bank of 400 car batteries to pop this fuse, instead of capacitors like photonic induction used. I can pull continuous currents of over 150,000 amps from this bank, so I think they'll be enough to pop the fuse. You'll be seeing a full video about these batteries on my main channel very soon. This monster has silver-plated copper contacts and has an impressive 200,000 amp interruption rating. That's one heck of a fuse. I'm going to start with smaller fuses to get a better idea of what to expect from the big one. In most other scenarios, a 500 amp fuse would seem pretty huge, but in this context, it's pretty tiny. What happens when I zap it with the batteries? Alright, here we go. If you thought that was boring, well, it's designed to be boring. A fuse is supposed to break the circuit in the least exciting way possible. I cut open the fuse to see what's inside. As you can see, it's filled Regardless, I doubled up the cable feeding the fuse for the next shot to play it safe. Alright, there we go. Yeah, I don't think there is a drop of indium left in that fuse. That just completely exploded. That's really, really funny. Oh, and there's a bolt there that I did not put that there. That just, of course, got magnetically sucked in, as everything does. And let's go take a look at the current. 120, 130, 130,000 amps. Not bad. The slow-mo on this one turned out awesome, even though the clamps barely held up for the shot. Most of the indium was ejected as it liquefied, mainly via magnetic forces at first, and then when the fuse finally popped, it made an impressive explosion. Alright, now it's time to pop the 6,000 amp fuse. Now, of course, being a 6,000 amp fuse means that it's meant to conduct 6,000 amps without popping. So something like this car battery here last about all the way down, isn't it? Fuselets all. That's good? Think so? Alright, here we go. Jeez! I think I popped it! Wow! I can't wait to see what it pulled in the scope there. Oh yeah, big pulse there. Oh, what happened? What? It's not dead. No way. It melted the contact block. It didn't blow up the fuse. That's crazy. What? It didn't pop it. What? Look at that. It melted the block first, and it ripped up that C-clamp. That's insane. I'll just have to resituate that, because yeah, the fuse is completely intact. Wow. I was so confident that that was going to work in one shot, too. It's crazy. Sure enough, the close-ups show that the fuse itself was completely untouched by this. The sparks were simply from the contacts below burning up, and causing the C-clamps to give way as a result. Okay, so I've changed this side to spring clamps, that way it can follow through as any variations burn out there. So yeah, let's give that another go. I can't believe that this is taking me 2 tries. This is silly. Alright, here we go. Okay, yes, that one finally popped it. Thank goodness. There we go. I'm surprised how clean of a burn through that was. It just completely vaporized those pieces in there. Kind of surprised, just considering the voltage I'm dealing with is low. But that definitely did it. That was a full pop. The switch had a few hiccups there, but once it finally closed, the fuse pulled 150,000 amps. So that is why that was so violent there. Nice. The slow-mo shows that the fuse made an incredibly violent plasma jet when it burned through. Impressive. I ended up refilling the fuse with metallic sodium, but you'll have to wait for the main video to see what happened there. Well, I hope you enjoyed this little teaser, and stay tuned for the full battery video. Finally, I'd like to shout out AnyDesk for both buying me these batteries and giving me the whole car battery idea in the first place. Thanks for watching.